Writing is writing is a very different kind of thing. Like it's not really like music and such. I mean, they're related in a way, but the process is different. Like the whole composition, the creating the story, the creating the characters. It usually for me it usually starts with a word or a phrase, and I build the entire story based on that. So like let's say for example in my book Street Dreams, there was a line that it hit me, and it was like, y'all line the fuck up, everybody's gonna get served, and I built the whole book around that.
When you write what you live, your writing comes to life. Quan Foy, that dude, his whole Animal series and just the whole street lit game, that dude there, boy, he's a beast for real. My man, he puts out some work. And when it comes to authentic, Quan Foy. What up, y'all? I'm Christopher Markland, and welcome back. What Quan just said is true. You have to build your book, and just like with any other thing that you build, like me, y'all know I'm in real estate, and I work with houses, and I watch them being built. The first thing you have to do is you have got to have a solid foundation, and then you can build the book from. You can build a house from there. You can build your book if you have a solid foundation. Now, how do you build it? What's your foundation? Well, just like he said in the little segment that we saw. You build it. You can build it based on a word. You can build it based on a phrase, a line, something that you may have heard somebody say, and then you just start developing your story. You have the concept in your mind. You may be the kind of person that works off of basically you just go off the top of your head, or you may be somebody that has to go line by line and outline your book in order to develop the story. It doesn't matter how you build it. You still have to make sure that you work off of the concept and you go towards the end that you see in your mind. Now, for me, I write about situations that I've been in. I write about people that I may know. Like, for instance, in my book, Desperately Seeking Exclusivity, I wrote a scene. They were in a McDonald's. I used to work at McDonald's here in Atlanta when I was in high school. Columbia High, go Eagles, y'all know it. But anyway, I wrote about that particular situation or a situation that happened one day in the back on the grill area. New dude came in. He was all swole the hell up. All of us were in high school at the time. He was in another high school. Dude just big as hell for no damn reason. It's like, bro, you 16 looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger up in here. But anyway, that experience that I went through, I put in my book, and I was able to describe that scene. Everybody in the grill, I'm back there clowning, whatever, and I put it in the book. In my book, Desperately Seeking Pleasure, I wrote about a flight, and that's a scenario that I was in. I was on the plane. The person that was next to me, she was just terrified of flights, and we hit a little bit of bump. Man, she about put her fingers through my legs. She grabbed onto it so hard, right? Because that's something that I went through. I was able to take that scene, filter it down, put it on the paper in order to make my readers be there in the plane with the characters as they experience that situation. So that's, you can take something, and from that you can develop your story. You can build your book around either a scenario, either a person that you may know, or it could be something that you may be, something that a hobby of yours. If, for instance, if you're into baking or something like that, you can talk about describing the smells, the heat from the oven, whatever it takes. You build the story around things that you know authentically. So, however, you still got to research. Now, if there's, there may be certain things. It's one of those things where you just maybe used to just, all right, I'm gonna do this as far as cooking, you sprinkle this, sprinkle that. However, there may be a science to it, and that may be something that you have to research in order to get those little details in order to fill in the gaps, so that way you can paint the picture to your readers. Now, as you do that, y'all, there are tools out there. It's the internet age. If you don't go to thesaurus.com or dictionary.com or Merriam-Webster's, all of these, not Merriam-Webster's, that's a singer, ain't it? Anyway, Merriam-Webster, my bad. If you go there, you can then find words to describe what it is you're trying to say in order to paint the picture. That's essentially You start out, but then you have different shades of yellow, different tones of blue. You want to fill it in order to make the picture that you're painting in your reader's eye, in your reader's mind, so clear, so vivid that they can smell that darn cupcake that you're baking. That is what it takes in order to build that story into such a way that your reader is not only just flipping pages or scrolling through it, they are a part of the story. They're immersed in it because you built the house for them to go in and live when it comes to the words that you put into your book, into your story. So that's me personally, that's how I think you should do it. It doesn't matter if it's a word, a phrase, a scenario, a setting, something. Build your story properly, a solid foundation, and then build it line by line, word by word, until you have a solid book to give to your readers. What's something that you may have, how do you build your story? Do you use outlines? Do you just freestyle? Let me know how you write your books. And as a reader, what's the worst built book that you may have read where it's like, what the hell are they doing here? Let me know in the comments section, y'all. And as always, keep writing, stay determined. See y'all next time.